Hello, hello. All right, good morning. London, London. How are you guys doing? Let me see in the chat. I see Kiko, amazing, Kyle, nice guys. I know for you guys, it's 7:30, 6:30. Alexandra, for you, it's like mid of the night. Love it. Go to sleep, Alexandra. Yo, LJ, James, Luna, Chino, welcome back. Fatan, Peter, the Gold Master. Hi, welcome, guys. Welcome, welcome. Cool. Right, gonna start with I actually haven't looked at TradingView at all today, so I'm gonna do a outlook. So what I usually do every morning when I wake up is the first thing I do is make an outlook for the inner circle, and because I haven't done it for now yet, I'm gonna do it live. So I'll just think out loud, share what I think about certain pairs, think about what the market is doing right now, and if you have any questions or any pairs you'd like me to look at, just let me know in the chat. So good morning, UC boy. Good morning. Nice. All right, cool. Let's start with Nasdaq. Yesterday I had a strong conviction. I haven't traded this level because I was out. I think next to a max loss limit on a day, you should always also have a max win limit of the day. Before New York, I already took 3 wins, which is of course amazing. And I'm not gonna test myself more. So I was paper trading. Um, Reaction from the 1 hour busy. We had strong structure here with an SMT, with aggressive sells, aggressive buys in the key level, and we have a clear draw liquidity with failure swings with a higher draw liquidity that's all-time high. So obviously, that's why of course we're going to discuss it. That it didn't work out, and now it's the question. Two questions basically is why, and the most important question is what are you going to do right now? Because when this happens, so you have a really strong conviction. This is what happened yesterday. It is for me is an A plus setup. Key level, like on all the time frames to start are aligning. A plus setup. The cool part about an A plus setup is, and this is for your journal, guys, is the following. If you have an A plus setup and it appears, does your A plus setup has a 100% hit rate, or do you still have your normal edge of, let's say, like a 50 or 40% win rate? Try to answer the question for yourself. It's gonna help a lot because by a big conviction, for me, for example, was this trade, big conviction, but accounts are blown when you are not able to step aside and like, hey, even if all the stars align in a setup, you have your failure swings, clear down liquidity, aggressive sells, aggressive buys, like everything was aligning. But still, you couldn't make money on this trade because price obviously you want to go lower. Well, if you took this and you took a -1 on this, fine. It's one of your losses. If you took more losses than you should, because that random dude on Twitter you found had a strong conviction, that's something you should journal and should improve on. Or maybe you gave yourself 2 bullets, took 2 losses, or should be smaller losses, but think on this. Okay, with that said, I'm gonna remove this because this ID is invalid. I usually just do this. Clean chart, back to the drawing board. And we're gonna do now NQ, then I'm going over DXY and then over all the pairs to see what is going on. So because of the strong move from Nasdaq, I'm still curious if we respect this down close candle. We are currently, think of where we are right now, and there are a few very low probability conditions. If you remember, a monthly candle has an open, low, high, close. Currently, we are at October 31st. That means it's the last day of the October monthly candle. Do you expect an expansion on the last day of the monthly candle? To answer the question, go to the monthly candles on all the pairs you're looking at and see if there's still a swing high or swing low over value gap very, very close. And I can assure you, on the majority of the pairs, that it isn't the case. The drawn liquidities for these pairs are all being met already, last week or maybe already earlier this month. So with that knowledge, on a higher time frame, last day of the month and first day of the month, of course, first days of the month, multiple days, are in general lower probability days. Because if this is a monthly candle, you want it to go higher, you have your accumulation in the first few days of the month, you have your manipulation, the time during NFP or FOMC, CPI, then expansion towards drawn liquidity. That means today, even if I'm have a very good time with you guys with live streaming, my expectations for both today, last day of the month, also tomorrow, tomorrow especially guys, tomorrow, first day of the month, and NFP. And don't forget, in 4 days from now, what is 5 days from now, Tuesday, we have the US elections. I don't expect Nasdaq to be clean anymore in these days. Expectations, guys. And expectation, this is what will separate you from the majority of traders. There's a difference between not trading and having low expectations. What do I mean by that? Of course, we're going to hunt for setups. So let's say we have now Nasdaq. Let's say you want to play a classic Judas swing. We now wait. Let's see if there's some swing lows here. Let's see on the 4-hour. No imbalances. No. So we're probably going to hunt for swing lows. So I want the swing low to be taken out. These equal lows look very nice. So one form of level being taken out. Wait for that, wait for that, wait for that. And we do exactly what we did on Tuesday with the AUD JPY trade. Wait for this exact structure after we took liquidity. And now to come back to the expectations. I don't expect price to follow through on ideas on these kind of days. So what can happen on these kind of days, that you have this set up and you're like, okay, let's go, let's print some money. And we go, and we go. And then we don't. This is what is more likely to happen on low probability days. So keep it in mind. So we're gonna hunt. If you take a loss, think twice about re-entering. Any questions on this, guys? Wanted to re-enter on a challenge count, but I didn't because it felt greedy. So lucky I stick to my rules. I would remove the word luck. That is honestly like a big skill set you just developed there. Well done, well done. You should be very proud. That is not luck at all. That is intentional improvement. And the cool part is we talked about it yesterday during the Inner Circle stream about the playing Mario, which you have multiple lives. You just say to yourself, when you started with 5 lives, let's say, with this, you just have now -1 life instead of -2 lives. So now you start the day with, from your 5 lives you had, with 4 instead of 3 or 2. Giving you more opportunities to just beat the boss, beat Bowser. Or Donkey Kong, I don't know. I think Bowser's, yeah, Bowser's T. For some reason, I played with Donkey Kong as well. I'm not the best Mario player in the world. Okay, so that's for DXY. For Nasdaq, let's go over the other pairs. This is what we're gonna do today. In this hour, the stream is until 3:30. So we're gonna catch intraday Judas swings, Asia high, Asia low, taking out mark structure shift, or we're going to. This was for Tuesday, of course. We could potentially catch highs of the week or lows of the week because the end of the week is coming up. But of course, we have NFP. Okay. DXY, my bias for NFP is lower. And the structure is lining up. And what I like about this price action here is we had one, you can call this a turtle soup or purge here, but it happens twice, and it is so nice. It's so nice. This is for me very high resistance structure. We have two of those, double or twice or whatever you want to call it. Two turtles, turtle family, double purge. Let's make a name, market it, and sell courses. No, I'm joking. This is nice. Also, the rejections here. Yeah, I'm curious what we'll do for the X5. With that said, guys, I am still not engaging in any uh in the DXY swing, let's say, because you guys know I want to go swing it. I'm probably gonna swing it from next week. So let's say NFP does this. Of course, that sucks because you missed its initial move. But then my goal for next week, where I'm gonna hunt for like a hungry dog, is catch the retracement to then go short again. And it means longs on the USD pairs. So the day before NFP, last day of the month, I generally think DXY is not the coolest to trade. Then let's look at the JPY. I still have drawn liquidity here marked out. Swing low. Yeah, not too sure about JPY, so I'm just gonna continue. My eyes are, I never had this, but my eyes are going towards a potential AUD NCD long. Of course, I always try to make a meme of AUD NCD, but we have a clear drawn liquidity here. We have a swing high here, and we are potentially creating an internal to external on the weekly. So now we trade from this level. We create for value gap 1. We trade into it. And this is a breaker. We close over it. So when price now displays upwards, I'm actually looking for a long on AUD NCD. Not in this session. Because, or maybe if it's going to expand from now, it's now 243. Then of course I'm ready to play. But it's on my list. Euro GBP. Big Euro move yesterday. We had news. ES and YM the same as Nasdaq. So I was potentially looking for a swing on YM if price would go up, but honestly, obviously, like I was waiting for this high to be taken. It didn't, so this idea is off the table. Take a look at the DEX. Took a short yesterday on DEX. As you guys noticed, you guys recognize a situation where you take a short and you're very happy with TP, but then you see it going for another 100, 100 points. I had a 1 to 3 and it went to 1 to 20 or something. Yeah, nice. Part of the game. Low hang fruit makes the money. I complete transparency. I passed 6 challenges this week. Trades all shared. So the point I want to make, not to like dunk on your head with my with my passing to like flags, but the goal of that is to let you see like, hey, even with just shooting 1 to 3s and not 1 to 20s, you can still pass accounts. Just to be the most consistent MFer out there. Kiko says, I wanted to take second entry on Nasdaq today, but I stuck to my rules. Amazing, amazing. And also, yes, out of kill zone. Correct, correct. We approaching lunch when, and also end of PM. It was a very slow. And what you saw in that for value gap, Kiko, was price slowed down a lot. Like we were consolidating in that 15-minute bullish for value gap, and that is very dangerous. I didn't like that. Hey, Tarek, welcome. Peter, GPJPY. Oh, are we going back? Let's go. Actually, Peter, when you gave me GPJPY, you said, right? Yeah. You gave me the AODJPY hint. So, you win on that. I think your chat and the time I look at, we didn't see this candle yet, I guess. Asia low. Oh, Asia low and sell security taken. And now we're just waiting. Yeah, gotcha. Let me see what we have here. Yeah, we are also in this daily bullish for value gap, which of course can reject from. Could be, but then the JPY needs to slow down and just go to the, I like that. Let's take a look at the other. Okay, NZ JPY is off the table. This is just horrible. So it's gonna be removed. Euro JPY has also a bullish daily fair value gap. What I like, let's see on a weekly. We're also creating a weekly this. Not too sure about that one. It's still on the list. AUD-JPY, they will see trades on Tuesday. This one. So this is the structure we're looking for today. Remove the drawings. This. We take liquidity, and this is the structure you always want to see. After we take a structure. This is a high resistance structure. Perfect. Actually pretty nice. Yeah, could be something here. Could be something. Let's see, let's see. We have a big jump recently, so we need to wait for that, for a little more structure. Because this looks very one-sided for now. So you need to sit all those candles out where we make the structure. That is, of course, a very ugly drawing, but you get my point. Alright guys, if you're learning something or you're enjoying your time here, don't forget to press the like button. 1 second of your time would mean the world. I'm gonna try to grow this YouTube channel as well to help even more people. We almost at 2,000 subscribers actually. So that's pretty insane. I can remember when I started this channel, I think in February, where I was like, if I could just get 100 subscribers, that would be insane because there was 100 people I could help. 2,000. That's honestly incredible. Incredible. Very, very, very happy with that. Okay, so this of course needs a little wait period because the recent expansion on all the pairs. Let me look at NCD cat and AUD cat. My eyes go to shorts here. Why? I am then anticipating this to become a swing high. That means a lower high to the left and a lower high to the right. This one tapped into the order block here and also this huge ass breaker. So if we play that from an from an open high low close standpoint, let's remove that one. Then we could just wait for Asia. This is a nice high, so this can stay intact from, if I'm to be honest. We have a small 1 hour value gap there. We are now in a 4-hour SIBI. I'm open to play this one. AUD cat. Of course, not a London mover. AUD is Australian. Canadian is, of course, the Asia and New York time zones. But I'm going to put it on the high prio list. And like, this is the completion of a market maker sell model. Remember the original consolidation of a market maker sell model? That looks like this. So that's why with this and the daily BISI resting here, a short idea is very, very likely. So just gonna put it there. See what happens. Do a little this. There we go. There we go. And Asia high needs to be taken. Let me see. Oh, we have an SMT. We have an SMT, so it doesn't need to be taken. Same actually for NCD. Similar structure. Yeah. Let's see who is weaker. Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter too much. I'm anticipating an AU. Yeah, it's gonna be even. So let's see if we can get some structure there. Lower swings here. Yeah. Okay. Keep an eye out on this. Let me see. AUD NCD. I'm not sure what your name is because I don't. I want to pronounce your name, but I have no clue how I should read that. AUD NCD. Well, I look at it for longs. But in general, AUD NCD, just like Euro GBP, I use them. The majority of them, I use them for relative strength analysis. It means I just look, okay, who is stronger, AUD or NCD? And then based on that, I'm going to, let's say if I'm looking for a stronger pair, I'm going to long or NCUSD or AUD NCD. I want to long the strongest, I want to short the weakest. I look at it for this, same for Euro GBP. But honestly, it looks pretty nice to also trade this. And that's for the meme, of course, very funny. Like I have some trader friends and we always make memes about trading. Like you have two choices. Only risking 0.5 lot size on all your trades or trading AUD NCD for your whole life. And the meme is always that you don't want to trade AUD NCD because this is the majority of your time on AUD NCD. That's why it's a meme. But honestly, it looks pretty nice. I'm not gonna lie. So very open to that idea. But let it run up. If you're already open to trade it, be my guest. But I'm not gonna touch it yet. I'm gonna wait for a little bit more, and of course just target either value gaps here or the highs here. Um, NCD USD. Because it's a USD cross, I recently went over the DXY analysis. I think we can go lower. Oh, of course, nice. I manifested this short. No, I'm joking. But I think we can go lower. We have so much sales liquidity resting here. The liquidity up here is very strong. Like we have that double. Let's make it a cool word. A cool word. Because a swing high taken and rejected, like here, the first one, is called a turtle soup. We can maybe say it's a turtle family. We could make it a cool name. Double turtle. Double turtle. There we go. Turtle family. This looks gross, actually. Wait, let me. No sexual harassment on this stream. PG friendly. There we go. So that is for me a nice indicator a nice sign that we want to go lower. And now price already showing that, which is good. Because I agree with this move. Yeah, but in general still, I'm neutral. I'm neutral on the higher time from DXY. And when I'm neutral on DXY in the higher time frame than on the lower time frame, even intraday like we do right now. Let's say now I'm gonna answer your question finally. You're like, what is this guy rumbling? NCUSD, I am neutral on, and that's to do with the higher time frame. This is the 4 hour on NCUSD. This is the current daily on NCUSD. This is current weekly on NCUSD. Do you see a clear level to trade off from? Or do you think like, hey, this is just very not nice to watch? And gun to my head, I would say this. Because this you don't want to hear like I'm neutral and have fun. Of course, I'm gonna give you some juice. Because I think DXY is going lower. Means my bias for NCD, USD, that is going high. Do we have a liquidity sweep? This is the juice you're waiting for, of course. This is the break of structure. Displacement upwards. And if we do an OTE, this is your OTE area. Premium discount, whatever you want to use. It's your OTE area. Well, respected pretty nicely. We reached that in the Asia session. Because NCD, it's okay to do an Asia expansion profile. So based on this could be a low already. This was the retracement to then expand upwards. So then you need to wait for more discounted rates to hold, and then I would definitely be open for a long idea. That's my honest take on NZD-USD and the USD pairs in general. And Ninja Turtle, yeah. But then gonna get sued by the IP company. You're like, bro, why you're stealing my IP? Twin Turtle. Oh, I love that one. Twin Turtle. Nice. So that's NZD-USD. Okay, let's see how our idea of not pretty yet. Yeah, for the decks, I'm actually just waiting. I know Soul's watching, so always check the decks. Like this is nice if we have that structure shift to just target, but there needs to be more structure formed. I'm not sure if we're gonna do that on this stream. Nasdaq too. Oh, I think Nasdaq has some. Oh, look at the filler swings here, guys. Oh, that is nice. That is so nice. But the $1,000,000 question is, where are we going to trade from? I'm not gonna look for catching the bottom. Don't get me wrong, and that's to do with this. Who's gonna win, guys? Who's gonna win the U.S. elections? Let me know in the chat. And let's also see if maybe my stream is going to get shadow banned because I talk about the elections. Let me see. Let me see. Yeah, I also think Trump's gonna win, to be honest. For my crypto bags, of course, I'm not a big crypto. Majority of my money is in trading, but I also have some crypto. I hope Trump wins. And you can say about Trump all you want, like that he's a little retarded or that he's a little crazy. But I rather. Who would you rather run the country or being a world leader? Someone who is a ex DOJ, so someone who attacks, basically a prosecutor, or do you want to have a billionaire empire maker? If you want to run a country, one of the most important things is the economy. It needs to be run by not a prosecutor. It needs to be run by a billionaire. It would be insane. For example, if then Trump is gonna work with Musk, with Elon Musk, that would be insane. Okay, enough politics. Let's talk charts. Who's gonna win the elections? Mihai, did you say DT is gonna win the elections? Am I gonna be president? That would be insane. That would be insane. To be honest, if I would be president, I have no idea how that works. I think you'll be meetings all day. Okay, let's see what we're gonna hunt for. Yeah, I saw it as well. So you in the chat, in the chat I saw you talking about the daily busy. I saw it as well. So remove this clean chart. We're gonna be neutral again. Boom. Don't marry your analysis, guys. If you're like, okay, this is done. This move is now done. Now we are in this age old. I cannot talk anymore. In this very classic example where you are now, okay, what is going to hold? Are we going to trade away from this daily busy to go higher and then go to all-time high again? Or are we rejecting and then just go lower? Age old. I don't know what I need to say here. My English is failing me right now. This looks like pretty good structure. Like we have a break of structure here with the value gap. If this fails to hold, I would definitely for next week open for a short like this. Rest in peace, the economy of Germany, but I'm definitely shorting. Yeah, but I think we can get a nice little long out of this. Just shooting for low hanging fruit. Let's see what we have here. It's all rebalanced here. It's a pretty nice down move here. Like if I would long this from here, I would definitely do like, of course, discounted premium. So we're gonna hunt for, let's say it's around here. Your low is right here. Then we're gonna hunt for premium. An example for this is, guys. Okay, I want to give an example of how to use premium discount to determine your not only your. Let's talk about targets. I took a short yesterday, and it was only 1 hour. So we took liquidity, and then during London, I saw this for value gap, and here was my short idea. This wick was fucking scary. This one almost stopped me out, like by 2 points. But that's the question. Okay, let's say this is start of New York, and you are one to entering. Where is your target? Where's your target? What I like to do in this case, like a large range. Where do you target? Are you going to target this for value gap? What is your most low hanging fruit target? For me, that's discount in a short. So my TP was around this area. And the cool part is about that is when you have that, you can just wait for the mark to come there. So let's say in this candle, we already displaced like over 100 points. And when you see this candle printed and you see your paper profits going away by another, what is it? Like we went from 36 to 7, like 40 points is a lot of money to just, most people want to take the trade off because they think it's going to reverse on them. But if you notice premium discount and use it as targets, you know you can do that. And also use time in your advantage. 9:30, 10 a.m. Cool, right? You see that aggressive sells, aggressive buys. This is where my long idea from yesterday came along. Of course, it didn't work out, but the point I want to make is about targets, premium discount. Back to the DEX, where I will do the same. I was like, huh? This is not the price action we just looked at, but I was still on the replay button. Very confused here. Let's take a look at the JPY pairs. Because this down move, you want to wait for more structure, and it's not there yet. This is nothing yet. Let's talk. Let's look at Bitcoin. How is our big friend Bitcoin doing? And you can honestly not say that I didn't. Every single weekly outlook, I said if we're going with speed because this lowers his liquidity. This is speed. These two candles. So I'm expecting this for the US elections. Gold, wow. Gold is absolutely unstoppable. This is going to happen to Bitcoin as well in the coming few weeks and months. You heard it here first. Yeah, GK was actually pretty nice here. If I got aggressive sells, aggressive buys. I think an SMT with EuroCAD. Yes. SMT with EuroCAD. If I got one here in the breaker, if I got two, if I got three, boom. I took a similar trade some weeks ago. Here. This move. Exactly the same. Oh shit. I should have seen this. I missed this one. You clear draw liquidity, swing high here, and yeah, also the swing high, and then we display slower from there. Too busy passing accounts. Cannot hold him. I'm joking. That's just really, really arrogant. Uh, so this, recently had a short idea on this one. So this, of course, off the table. This one. Nice. This could potentially be a something to look at. GPOD. See what we do there. If we create more structure here, then this is a very easy trade on the daily booster backup. It seems a little calm to. Where are you guys looking at? I am not finding a cool setup yet. Or am I the only one just chilling and just waiting? I see Alexander's question. Alexander, it's 3 a.m. I love your commitment. Um, how do you treat a value gap that is completely filled? GPUs in 1 hour. Let me go there. So I think you mean this one. I'm gonna presume you meant you like even if it's filled for like let's say above the 50%, it's still valid. It is not valid anymore when this was the candle. So it closes like higher. That is just the complete ignoring of it. Now it's still good. And also we have this upward candle here that supports price lower. Order block. Oh, yes. Are we going to do this? Are we going to do this? Little 1 hour level, 5 minutes market maker sell model. Let's see what we do. That's of course, don't get me wrong here, guys. This is of course completely not in agreement with what I just said about being neutral on DXY. But a structure like this, of course, don't ignore that. There's a reason why me, but also I talked to some of my trading friends as well. Most people are done for the coming 5-6 days. They honestly are not going to trade. It has to do with the last day of the month. Like it has to do with the 4 factors I just described here. Lowest probability condition. The last day of the month, open, high, low, close. First day of the month, open, high, low, close. Prior to one of the 3 big boys, we have NFP tomorrow. So today is the last day of the month. Tomorrow is the first day of the month with NFP, and we have US elections on Tuesday. If you honestly think this move is purely technical, I don't believe that. I think that has to do with what's going to happen next week. So if you took some trades this week already, really, really applaud yourself for this. You are in the most highest manipulated week there is. It's prior to US elections. US elections, if they crash the stock market, if they're going to mess around with DXY, that's going to hurt a lot with the elections. So it's good. But the point I'm trying to make is these days are not for aggressive trading. They're not. So if you are aware of those situations, you are aware of that you are in low probability conditions, your expectations can be matched. There are opportunities, but take them more with a grain of salt. And I think this is the 3rd time in 40 minutes that I'm saying this to you guys. And the reason I'm preaching it has to do with I want you guys to be here next week as well with your accounts. And it's not worth to now like you just don't want to you want to be the person to blue his account on NFP day or the day before the US election or the day before NFP. You don't want to be that guy. Last day of the month, or girl. You just don't. So take trades, think twice about re-entering, lower your expectations, and act accordingly. If you see a setup, shoot it. If it's your setup. If it doesn't, you do nothing. Okay, so this is where my eyes are going for a GU short on the 1 hour Sibi. Just a classic Judas swing, basically. And the cool part is I'm not going to short here. The only reason when I'm going to short is here. You want to see an example of that? Yesterday's short. Okay, this is actually pretty funny. Do you see similarities right now to this and this? Well, I need to. Kind of similar, right? So what I did yesterday, I waited for the first value gap. So I waited for this one. After that, if price really wants to go to the target, it will give you another entry. If it doesn't, you just are not in. Here. Here's your entry. Drag up 2. You shoot a 1 to 3, 1 to 2. Say you want to shoot a 1 to 2 or on 3, 1 to 3. Taps in and goes. After that, it went for the massive run up. So don't forget to take profit. So that's what I'm looking at here. Similar situation. Copy paste. Higher time frame. I'm neutral, or I'm even bullish on GU. If you want to play this, wait first, enter in a second. Exactly, Tarek. Everyone will be de-risking. That's very true. Yeah. If you are a $1 billion hedge fund, maybe that's not the best example because they obviously have insider information. If you are a guy with a lot of money, are you going to be in the markets during the election season for the majority of your capital? And big boys are leveraged, so they can be liquidated if they lose too much. They're de-risking. There's an amazing book I would recommend, and there's also a video on this. And that is Ray Dalio's How to Deal with a Changing World Order. I'm going to give this another watch this week because there's going to be really a fun thing. What you will see in this video, guys, and I highly, highly, highly recommend to watch this before the US elections. Also send a link in the Telegram. But it's so important to know what will happen. Like what is now happening in the US happened prior with the prior empires. The one actually pretty funny. The first real empire with capitalism was the Netherlands, where I am from. Was in the 1500s, 1600s. Then there was a Dutch empire, Netherlands empire. After that, there was a England empire with all the colonies and stuff. And after that came the US empire. That's where we are right now, the world order. And the rise and fall of both the Netherlands and the UK went through similar cycles, like clockwork. And that same framework, how the Netherlands and the UK in the past couple hundred years have risen and fallen. What Ray Dalio does in this video is applying that the same to the US right now, and it's so crazy. It's a really big paradigm shift. And there's already like when the Netherlands was there was already a rising world order. That was of course England, and when England was the cool guy, then the US was upcoming, and now you have a new rising world order. There's of course China, India, Russia, like it's called BRIC, I think. I've read that forex trends to range in the week up to NFP, so that any hedges. Oh, Sarah, I like that idea. I haven't looked at it this way. What Sarah said in the chat is, I've read that forex tends to range in the week up to NFP, so that the BFIs can close off any trades, hedge, or just de-risk in general. So prices necessary. Yeah, yeah, Sarah, I agree. And how I use this more like a fundamental reason, Sarah. I really like it. How I also look at it, if you have a monthly candle and a monthly. This is, I just like to teach it. Like maybe you've seen the videos as well I create. I like to the teachings I make them for, let's say, my kids in 10 years. So they can like, yo, look at this YouTube channel or look at this inner circle videos, and you'll be good. If you expect a bullish monthly candle, you start here at the open. You have an accumulation. You have a manipulation setting the low of the month. And then you have the distribution towards the high of the month. Then we have the close. This is how a monthly candle, if you're bullish, forms, vice versa when you're bearish. This is most of the time the first week or NFP. NFP is most of the time or this manipulation or the start of the distribution. So to combine the idea you just shared, Sarah, which I completely agree with, if you add this framework on technicals on that idea, that's why the first week of the month in general and the first days of the month in general are not the highest probability to trade. So I deploy the majority of my capital, I deploy in week 2, 3, and also 4. And if you go to your journal, you will see this as well. And this framework I also explain in the mentorship on YouTube. Briggs. Oh, thanks, James. Yeah, I was looking for that word. The closed empire is to its end. The rules are crazier and crazier. Yeah, there are so many hints that a world order is declining. What for me is the biggest one is the upcoming, or not the upcoming, the increasing how do you say that, the difference between poor and rich. There's a word for this, but again, this morning, guys, I'm sorry, I cannot talk. A little tired. Um, the difference between poor and rich is very very big. The money printing is insane. The country is in a huge debt. Oh, like, and there's like, I now used 3 examples, but there are like many. And in this video, it's amazing with visuals and everything. I don't want to like, don't want to destroy Red Daddo's work. Just watch it because he explains it 100 times better than me. The education is bad, yeah. Okay, so we're now in the first for value gap here. This is your test for value gap. You don't enter here because then you're gambling. You wait. If it's rejection here and it takes the low here, then we're gonna go full pour to the lows. All right, DAX is in that busy, the daily busy. So for DAX currently, the German index, if now we make a market structure shift, like a displacement upwards, I would honestly look for long towards Asia high. And of course, you have some further swings here as well who you can tackle. The yellow box is the daily for value gap. Already did. Nice, Kiko. Nice, nice, nice. Okay, I'm gonna leave the stream on for a few more minutes until like 3:30. Are there any questions? Tomorrow is NFP. Use selection R on Tuesday. Any questions on how to play that, or question general? Maybe you've seen the market mastery course. You're like, hey, I have some question on this. Let's do the last 5 minutes of Q&A. Or am I going to play the US election or sitting it out? I approach the US election the same as I approach the three big boys. So my expectations are low. I am not going to do any intraday trades before. If it's part of a swing position, then of course I'm open to play it. But it's my first election. Like I've been in the markets, of course, in 2020, but not like as deep as I'm in right now. Like I wasn't full-time trading by then. And because the new situation, of course, I backtested the previous elections, and it wasn't too big of a move, to be honest. But because it's new, and I don't have any data on it, I tend to just observe, if that makes sense. Because I know how to make money based on past decisions I made, based on data I have on my own trading. And if I have no data on the US elections, so then I'm just I'm just putting a blindfold on, and I'm like, okay, let's try to make some money. And that's of course not the most sustainable way to make money. And again, if you feel like gambling the US elections, like this is maybe the other side of the coin I was just talking about. I'll explain this, and then I'll finish up the stream. If you feel like gambling the three big boys, or feel like gambling the elections, there is a world where you just can. And what I mean by that, if you approach those days or events as um, gambles, so you know, okay, I'm just gonna buy an account, just one account, just a challenge. This is gonna be my gamble account. Every time I feel like gambling, I'm gonna use my gamble account. After the gamble's done, you have your shot of dopamine, your degenerate fuck, and then you can just go back to your professional trading. That is, if you want to do that, gamble, do that approach, or use a paper trading account. But the account you're grinding for during the weeks, maybe your challenges or your own money, there is no reason you should be on the market prior to the big events. And I think you have a better odds of playing blackjack than gambling the big events. Yeah, right. Harsh says clean 5 minute internal to external. I don't know what you want to short GU. I have never said I wanted to short GU. I said I was waiting for a potential idea. And then I explained how this setup looks very similar to the Euro short I took yesterday. Now I'm just waiting for like one to be tapped into. So if you want to comment on why you want to short, please rewatch and listen, and maybe also take notes because you can learn something. So, and if you listen to my whole stream and you was here from the start, I said my bias on the DXY is lower. So if you take this, which is fair probability, I literally said this is a low probability short because my bias on the DXY is lower. That means we're gonna long on the USD pairs. But if this structure is forming, why not? Just like I explained yesterday on a Euro US dollar short. This one. Similar setup. And in this scenario, the first fair value gap held and we went lower. And in this example, where we're live watching right now, it doesn't, so there's no trade idea. And they're like, oh, well, why didn't you long this? You couldn't see that we want to go higher. But then again, similar question. Why? Because if we're going to the highs here, we will visit the busies here. Don't forget that. So, but I can talk charts all day, but I really need to go. So, guys, I hope you enjoyed the stream. The London streams also next week are going to be on Tuesdays and Thursdays. Tuesday's going to be exciting, of course, because the US election is there. We're going to do looking at some polls, looking at the market. And we're just going to build data together on how the US election actually manipulate the market, or maybe we have the most clean moves. Who knows? So on YouTube, Tuesdays and Thursdays. On Mondays is the weekly outlook on 7:30 EST. Then live trading at 9 a.m. EST. I will send the links and everything in both the Telegram and the Skool group. And please be safe during this last and first day of the month. And NFP, don't blow your account. You know better. And with that said, I hope you have an amazing rest of your Thursday. And see you guys later. Bye-bye.